native peoples have lived on this land since time immemorial, and the resilient voices of Native Americans remain an inseparable part of our local culture. With gratitude and honor, we acknowledge the indigenous nations that have lived and continue to thrive here. For further announcements, if you would please check your community matters email that you receive every week. If you don't receive one, you need to check in with the office and let them know, give them your email, that you don't need to be a member, just an interested person to receive our email. I do want to just purely, selfishly mention our UU biology class, and I hope that a couple of you anyway were really thrilled with some of the things that Reverend Myers said today, and he referenced the studies that the books we've been reading, the transient and permanent sermon about Theodore Parker. He talked about Thoreau and Emerson refusing to pay taxes with the abolition, because of the abolitionist movement. And he mentioned Michael Cervantes, who read a whole book about. So I want to encourage you, if you're interested in the history of our movement, to join us. The announcement is the third Saturday of the year. So at that,
and for those who don't know, it is Mary Ann and Nell's 80th birthday. They're sharing it together. So we're going to celebrate after our short service this morning. And some more announcements. We're going to have Lindsay just give us a brief update on what's happening at General Assembly right now. Things, there's still votes happening, and we might have more updates after all the votes are tallied, but Lindsay, you want to come up and just give us an update of what's happening so far?
And as they reminded us, the care team at GA, the children are harmless, and they are our church, and the noises they make are joyful. So, apparently there were people in the hall complaining about the children there. So we'll all like to experience one of the services this morning, and they're all decorated. So I encourage you next year, because we're allowed to have 2 delegates that if anybody would like to go to the GA to sign up. So I know that most of y'all knew a little bit about the Article 2 proposal, and that one we voted on yesterday. We actually did get the results earlier this morning, so I do have all the results now. And it was a very spirited discussion about it, as you can imagine, we all know you in the same room. And that was a very divisive thing, but it did pass with a few amendments. With 86% of the votes for yes. There was a little bit of wording added to the purposes section, very minor wording changes were the only amendments that passed. So nothing big. There were a few amendments that people wanted to put back in the principles and the sources, but those amendments didn't pass. Those were left out. One of the big things to know is that this isn't the final. This isn't the final say. We vote on it final again next year, and more amendments can be added. And the commission has to work this year to incorporate all the amendments that were voted on this year. There was another big vote that happened that was, they were voting about the young adults put in a business proposition for they wanted the UUA to completely divest from fossil fuels, because we got some investments apparently in fossil fuels, but they also wanted to take some endowment fund money and do reparations, and they put that together. And I think that's why it didn't pass, is because it was together, and that's what a lot of people that were against it were saying, is because they were asking for a huge amount of money to be taken out at one time, and the people that were against it said that action, childhood action. And they promoted, they want us to like talk to Congress and protect our local document recipients and work toward like talking to our Congress people to try to get them a permanent pathway to residence. And also, we elected a new president. She had no people against her. It was only one person that Sophia voted for. She won for 95% of the votes, and she's awesome. I think so. We have a great leader, and I guess like anybody else wants to listen to me, next year we have 2 spots. I mean, not that I necessarily will go, but I really like it. If anybody else wants to go to, or and if anybody has any questions about the business papers, I can get you some more information about it.
My opening words for you is from our outgoing UUA president, Reverend Susan Frederick. She says, "We are living in times of heartbreak, violence, and pain. And in this time, we need communities that remind us of our humanity."
And in this vein, we will light the flame of our community. If you would just, let's sing it. We can do it without a piano. and you know, as Nick was always told us, sing loud and long. So that works. So let's give it a try. We light this flame to offer the light of truth and knowledge and the warmth of love and community and the fire of hope and commitment. Our religious education director, Cynthia Ramirez, has a lesson for all ages.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm going to share with you today a story that's part of the Love Guidance curriculum, and it's called The Scratched Diamond. There was once a very wealthy king who owned many beautiful things. He had tapestries, houses of gold, and statues made by the very best sculptors in the land. Of all of his belongings, his favorite possession was the most glorious diamond you can imagine. It was huge, as big and round as his hand, and it was pure, clear, and flawless, without any marks or blemishes. He loved to go and sit with the diamond, gazing at its beauty and perfection. One day, when the king looked at his diamond, he discovered to his horror that it had a long, deep scratch. He couldn't believe his eyes. What could have happened to his flawless diamond? Immediately, he sent for all the best stone cutters and diamond cutters in the kingdom. One by one, they came to inspect the diamond. Each looked at it closely and then sadly shook his head. The scratch was too deep. If they tried to polish it, they might break the diamond into pieces. Finally, one last diamond cutter came up before the king. He looked at the diamond closely, gazing at it from every angle. The king watched with bated breath as the diamond cutter turned the diamond over and over, pursing his lips and shaking his head. Suddenly, the diamond cutter's face broke into a big smile. "I know how to fix this, Your Majesty," he exclaimed. "Leave it to me, and in 2 weeks' time, I will return the diamond to you, better than ever. However, you may not visit me during this time and check on my progress. You must wait until it is finished." The king was very excited, Soon his flawless diamond would be back with his other lovely things, perfect again, the scratch removed. It took all the king's willpower to resist the temptation to visit the diamond cutter to watch him work. As the diamond cutter, day after day, night after night, he brought out his tools to fix the diamond. Bit by bit, he worked on that scratch. It was slow, tedious work. He knew he had to work carefully, or the diamond would crack into pieces. Finally, the diamond cutter was finished. Carefully, he wrapped the diamond in cloth to protect it, and he brought it before the king. Here it is, Your Majesty, he said. With a flourish, he opened the cloth and presented the diamond. The king gasped when he saw it. Where there was once been a scratch, a horrible flaw in his precious diamond, there was now an exquisitely beautiful flower carved into the diamond. Unable to polish the scratch out of the diamond carver had instead turned the flaw into something beautiful. The king loved his diamond more than ever. Now, when he went to hold it in his hands and gazed upon it, he was reminded that even something imperfect or ugly or flawed can become something exquisitely beautiful. The end. Well, sing it again. Kids out to you. Thanks so much.
Go down east, go down east, may the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may. We continue to weave the fabric of our community as you're offered an opportunity to share a joy or a sorrow with one another. We will have a lovely interlude of music here, and so if you have a card, you can come forward. You can pass it forward. If you have not written a card but you would like to share, you're invited to the pulpit. If you're watching online, you're welcome to share a joy or a sorrow in the chat box, and we'll do our best to acknowledge it. So at this time, let us recognize the joys and sorrows of Community Church, Unitarian Universalist. Yes, please come forward. I'm sorry, but we're online, and if you speak from there. Yeah, just right here, it's correct.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Catherine Castro, and I arrived yesterday from Charlotte. And I came here to celebrate Mary Ann and Al's birthday. Mary Ann is on Thursday, Al is on Wednesday. And they're not only, she's not only my sister and Al, my brother-in-law, but they're dear best friends also. So I'm happy to be here.
And I understand there's going to be like a reception, a birthday party in the fellowship hall after the service that you're invited to. Okay, any other joys and sorrows? Yeah.
Hello, my name is Bill Fernandez, and I have the joy. Thursday I go to Kalamazoo, Michigan to see my son. He's up there working, and we've got a whole lot of fun things to do. We're going to go sailing, we're going to an air show, we're going to play pickleball, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And I'll light a candle for sorrow. I know Nicholas is really ill today, so I'll just hold your hands.
Are there any others of you that would like
There's not a pen back here.
I'll just mention too, this is coming up, I am leaving on vacation too, this week, with the family, and, you know, the granddaughters that I take care of and all that. And I lived in Europe, during Vietnam era, and I was stationed there, in the Army, and we're going back, and that'll be lovely.
I'll just go up there and get my
We're,
pen myself.
well, I think we just tuned that hot springs and I'm very excited. And I have a, I don't know, it's kind of a both. We found out that the kind of dementia that my dad has is not like bad progressive, and that there are things that we can do to kind of like make it sure it doesn't get worse. So that's good. Yeah, so we're good.
The Mitchell family would like to share its joy that they were able to be here in New Orleans for the ordination of Reverend Stacy Mitchell, and they were very pleased with the warm welcome that they got.
It was a pleasure meeting them. A candle has been lit with each sentiment. And now we will light one extra for the joys that have remained silent and the stars that have folded in quietly.
And as the custom, we share the plate with a cause and we're a nonprofit that is close to the mission of our social justice ministry team and this congregation. And for the month of June, we are working with another congregation in Massachusetts where Heather Vickery, who provided our sermon for Sunday in June, the Unitarian Universalist Committee, is working to support a trans network, and we are sharing the plate. 50% stays in to do the mission that this congregation is engaged in, and 50% to this nonprofit that is working to get trans people in unsafe states to safe states. We appreciate your generosity, and please give as you are able to support the mission of this church and this important cause that our denomination as well as this congregation is supporting at this time. As Lizzie mentioned, we just voted in at General Assembly our new Unitarian Universalist Association president, the Reverend Dr. Sophia Bettencourt, and she will be serving our denomination as its lead president for the next 6 years. And this is what her priorities are. The first, communal care. Communal care is the living promise of faith communities. It encompasses all that we offer to each other and all that it might come into being because of our choices to freely associate together over time. This is an idea born from activists who teach us to better our lives through acts of compassion for others in communities and in congregations. Our Unitarian Universalist Association holds us and resources the promises that we make to one another, just as our communities and congregations meet those promises by sharing their leaders and vision, promoting our values in the public square, and perhaps most importantly, by attending to spiritual needs and faith formation of individuals and families in ways that a national institution cannot. Communal care is a multi-directional commitment, one that seeks to minimize the impact of historical exclusion and build beloved communities with the capacity to hold us in our living. In these times, it is critical to invest in greater equity for how those relationships can best serve all Unitarian Universalists. All Unitarian Universalist life can be thought of in this way. Communal care is how we work for justice. It is how we teach one another and learn together, and it is how we resource our faith. Communal care is found in small acts that tie communities together, and it is found in the seemingly impossible visions we carry for the future, visions that can only be realized across the generations. Communal care calls us to become good ancestors, to provide a foundation of love and justice that will sustain those who are yet to come. Second priority for her is collaborative leadership. She says multiple task forces and commissions over the last 15 years have called us as a national body to re-engage and reconsider how we understand leadership in our Unitarian Universalism. We have long emphasized the authority and agency of our individual institutions and congregations and emphasized individualism and how we are in relation with one another. Yet the Commission on Institutional Change reminds us that our historic agreements, such as the Cambridge Platform, emphasized our covenant to help one another stay accountable to the values we hold in common. We benefit when power and authority are shared, and we rely on one another for help when we lose our way. It is time to shift some of the authority of the presidency to other expressions of leadership in our movement. It is time for collaborative leadership that is nimble in how it promotes our collective well-being. Her third priority is facing the unknown together. She says we are facing an unknown future where daily life, religious community, human connection, and our relationship to Earth are all shifting in directions that we cannot accurately predict. As so often happens in times of uncertainty and upheaval, our worst human tendencies come to the foreground. We carry stories of beauty, of communal care, and of living our values every day in this season. Yet history teaches us how quickly human communities can slide into cycles of violence following extended experiences of loss. The faithfulness we have shown in encouraging others to live in the inherent human goodness that we teach and preach about is a heavier lift when collective trauma continues for multiple years. So we must create resources and tools for facing theological despair, for imagining new formations of Unitarian Universalism that meet the needs of our communities today. Together, we will lean into communal efforts to care for one another, center a collaborative vision for Unitarian Universalism, born of love, compassion, and justice, and trust, living those values in new ways that can point us to a way through. And now, I just thought, I know at our meeting, our yearly congregational meeting, there was a report that was in there. So I just thought I'd do a very quick summary, and for those that might have not read it. So we began the year together, me being new as your minister, and I know there were some priorities that
we wanted to address collectively. What I heard, one of the top things was getting a music program and really appreciating Nicholas and to see where Nicholas could lead our music program. And I know we have a choir that we're all happy about. We have over 10 members that Nicholas has led this choir, and that has been a joy to be a part of. And also engaging in a religious education adult program. So we had 2 what they call wellspring courses, and we're going to continue that next year because it was popular for those who chose to engage. And what's special about this last year is we learned how to do, in the pandemic, online classes and hybrid, and because of that, the Baton Rouge congregation joined in both classes. We had a Tuesday morning and a Wednesday evening class. And the Baton Rouge congregation has asked for this joint effort to continue next year. And I know our congregants who participated in this really loved making new friendships with the Baton Rouge congregation. So we are going to continue that. We also did some other religious education programs. Reverend Jacqueline Locke led us in our biographies class. It continues. We have sermon writing class that was requested and popular. So we have some new sermons coming up from our congregation this summer and early fall. I'm looking forward to that. We have some community programs and working with Greater New Orleans Unitarian churches, whether that's our birthday service or jazz funeral service at First Church. We have upcoming the first Sunday in August, we're going to be at the North Shore of the North Shore Church with their annual art program. We had an Earth Day film and some other activities that were done. And then one of the other things that is important, I learned very early on with this congregation, is our social justice work. We have a very dynamic and active social justice ministry team that has been led by Liz Trotter and now Lizzie Colleen. And that work has included our outreach with the Coalition Together New Orleans, working to get resilient solar churches up and running called lighthouses so when the next hurricane hits and we might be faced, as we did with Hurricane Ida, being off the grid, our churches, and including this one, will literally be solar lighthouses as sources not just for our church, but our community at large. And we're doing outreach very soon into this neighborhood, letting them know that this church will be there for them if the grid goes out again, and that they are always welcome here. We have done work with Climate Reality and Interfaith Climate Coalition of Greater New Orleans, also led by our congregants involved in the social justice ministry team. The Side with Love campaign is a national campaign. We work with Reverend Barber. I went to Nashville, also working alongside many of our congregants working against gun violence. We are also now engaged with the Unitarian Universalist Animal Ministry and received a grant from them, and we'll be doing some programming more around Unitarian Universalist Animal Ministries in the fall. We also have our Unitarian Universalist Service Committee and our Unitarian Universalist United Nations Office, of which our social justice ministry team and this congregation have been involved with, which has included protecting trans lives. So that is just a quick summary of where we have been this last year and how those energies will continue to move forward into next year. And I'm very much looking forward to continuing on these endeavors and seeing where the ones lead us. And it's been a blessing. So thank you for the opportunity for us to be together this last year. And I'm
It's also the week of solstice. And I know this is an important day for many of us who appreciate it's an opportunity to connect and appreciate and give respect to our living earth and our connection to it. And this is a prayer poem from Mark Nebo. O endless creator, force of life, seat of the unconscious, Dharma, Atman, Ra, dear center of our love, Christ, light, Yahweh, Allah, Mother of the universe, let us, when swimming with the stream, become the stream. Let us, when moving with the music, become the music. Let us, when rocking the wounded, become the suffering. Let us live deep enough till there is only one direction, and slow enough till there is only the beginning of time, and loud enough in our hearts till there is no need to speak. Let us live for the grace beneath all we want. Let us see it in everything and everyone till we admit to the mystery that when I look deep enough into you, I find me, and when you dare to hear my fear in the recess of your heart, you recognize it as your secret which you thought no one else knew. Oh, let us embrace that unexpected moment of unity as the atom of God. Let us have the courage to hold each other when we break in our worship what unfolds. O nameless spirit that is not done with us, let us love without a net, beyond the fear of death, until the speck of peace we guard so well becomes the world. That was titled Earth Prayer. So my closing words for you is from our new Unitarian Universalist Association president, again, the Reverend Sophia Betancourt. She says, we are called collectively to this great experiment in communal salvation. Whether we arrive in this faith by birth or by choice, our everyday expression of our values in the world matters. May it always be so. Amen. Now,
We could sing 123.
yes. So Reverend Jacqueline is pointing to hymn number 123, Spirit of Life, because some of us know that the twos are done by heart. So, Reverend Jacqueline, yes.
And if you please, jump in wherever you belong.
Oh,
assumed that's why I couldn't get in, but then it gets me, and I didn't have to link anything